Hey guys, and annyeonghaseyo from Jeonju, South Korea, and my fabulous teacher's apartment here. First of all, I really miss you guys, and I am homesick, and I am friendsick, and I could sure use a cold beer at Stiller right now. As much as I love Korea, yeah, I miss you guys. Second, thank you for seeing my show. I am honored that you made this trip to First Friday or the Loft Tour, and many thanks to Jen and the staff at Field Botanicals. You guys rock, and well, thank you. The work was all created here in my tiny little teacher's apartment. Teaching has been a wonderful experience. I am grateful for the chance to return to Korea. Many of you know that I served here in the U.S. Army, much like my dad did in 1953-54. Korea has evolved quite a bit since then, to say the least, and let me show you around. So this is the apartment. It's actually pretty hip. The floors are heated. Everything is kind of modern. There's my last paycheck from the Miller Theater. It is small. Here is the studio, which is about 4 feet wide. But it is nice, and there is a 7-Eleven across the street, and it has been great to live here and create here. So this is Jeonju. I think it's comparable to Augusta. It has a population of about 700,000 people, but it is a real city. It's very creative, it's very pretty, but what I love about Jeonju, and really about Korea on the whole, is this great juxtaposition of urban and Buddhism and nature. We have history, and we have the vibrant present tense coexisting, like the yin and yang on the Korean flag. Korea is gorgeous. I mean, there's no other way to put it. You can also see that it's a pretty hilly place, which makes doing PT when you're in the Army a challenge. But boy, it is gorgeous. All right, let's catch a bus and let's explore Jeonju just a little bit. Huh, what's that? That's weird. How did that get there? Everybody's talking at me. I can't hear a word they're saying. Yep, this is a real city. And 45 coffee, God bless them. Wonderful espresso, and they always have great music. You had me at Booker T and the MGs. And to my favorite art supply store. A real city has great art, and Jeonju has that in spades. From amazing ceramics and the celadon glaze that Korea is associated with, to what's pretty hip in other media. These are images of exploding flower petals. A really cool photography exhibition at a tiny gallery, which is in a back alley, kind of tucked away. I like it here. Most of what you see here on the walls in Jeonju is actually pretty good. You don't see a lot of phoned-in work, which makes showing here pretty intimidating. But these have held up. More on that. But if you Google Jeonju, South Korea, art will not be the first thing that comes up. Hanok Village will be about the first 5,000 things that come up, and for good reason. It is what the governor's palace is to Santa Fe. It's Rainbow Road to Charleston. Perhaps it's even the Augusta National to Augusta. It's a touristy cultural center. It's pretty cool and it's fun, but it's what John Jew sells itself on, for better and worse. Maybe it's time for a beer. John Jew is a wonderful place to simply take a walk in. So many great textures and colors, smells. John Jew is pretty amazing on the senses. And speaking of field botanicals, a lot of this has surfaced in the work that you are looking at tonight. The colors are pretty amazing here, even if you're a muggle. And let's go get a beer. You know, it's not that John Jew is all Joseon Dynasty, 14th century history any more than Charleston is all Rainbow Road. A one-time agricultural center, John Jew is now Korea's gastronomy capital. And there are some great people doing some incredible food here. This is a foodie city, and craft beer is thankfully in a renaissance here. And this is a wonderful place, Eddie's Kitchen.
All right, guys, this is Eddie of the wonderful Eddie's Kitchen. Say hi, Eddie.
Hi, how are you?
And he's Eddie. I'm not Eddie.
Well, it says Eddie's Kitchen on your door. Now, Eddie, you cooked in Texas for some time, right?
Yes, right.
How do you like John Jew?
It's a fantastic city with the collaboration classic or the new generation.
Absolutely.
Yeah, maybe. In
Some,
this day.
some creative young people are doing some really great food here, like yourself.
Yeah.
And you are outstanding, my friend. Okay, bye, Augusta.
Bye-bye.
A lot like downtown Augusta, John Jew has a lot of really cool creative people doing some incredibly cool creative things, beer-wise and food-wise. The gastronomy capital is a pretty cool place to be. You would like it here, and you would feel at home. And back on the bus home. Everybody's talking at me. I can't hear what they're saying. And back to my place, my tiny little teacher's apartment here in John Jew. I hope you enjoyed our walking tour of John Jew. It was not comprehensive. It really can't be. John Jew's a much bigger city than I can really show in this. But I think we saw some pretty cool things. And I want to give a cheers to you guys with some makgeolli. What is that? Now, many of you that are on my Facebook page and on my Instagram hear or read the word makgeolli a lot. What is this? Makgeolli is a rice-based wine, but it's not like wine at all. It has to be shaken up. It is fermented like yogurt, and it's just one of those things that's hard to describe. Very indigenous to South Korea. It's peasant wine, basically. If you can imagine your creamiest Belgian beer with a slight yogurt finish, which sounds weird, but it really isn't. Makgeolli is wonderful stuff. Again, cheers, or gunbae in South Korea. Everybody, thank you. I hope you enjoyed the work that you saw. Field Botanicals, I love you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. And I hope that you enjoyed my Valentine to Augusta from Jeonju, South Korea. I miss y'all. Thanks. Okay, bye.